Right now on WJCL 22 News at 5, heavy rain soaks parts of our area. I'll show you when the rain clears out in your storm tracker forecast.
Holy God, I've never seen a scene like this in my life.
And breaking tonight, an update on the deadly van attack on a Canada street. Citizens on edge. We'll have the very latest in the case.
And a manhunt comes to an end. Police capture a suspect in the Waffle House shooting in Nashville. Why police say he's not the only one facing charges. We'll have a report from Washington. WJCL 22 News at 5 starts now.
Covering Southeast Georgia and the Low Country, WJCL 22 News at 5 starts now.
Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Cassidy Lance.
And I'm Shannon Royster. A wet day in Southeast Georgia and the Low Country, and showers could continue this evening.
Take a look at these pictures tweeted out today by Savannah Fire. Officials say a woman tried to drive through a flooded section of East Henry Street this morning. Now, this area floods every time there's heavy rain. First responders say they found this woman on a roof of her SUV. They used a ladder to get her to dry ground.
And as the saying goes, turn around, don't drown. Never drive through flooded roadways because you just never know the condition of the road under the water. It takes just 12 inches of rushing water to carry away a small car. Now, this video was shot earlier today right outside our studios on Chatham Parkway. And right now we want to take a live look outside through the eyes of our downtown Savannah Skycam 22 camera at the Homewood Suites on the river. The rain still falling over parts of our area.
And WJCL's chief meteorologist Jeremy Nelson is in the Storm Tracker Weather Center with an eye on the radar to let you know what you can expect this evening. Jeremy.
Yeah, we were tracking the storm system all the way back into late last week. We were alerting you this would be an impact weather day, and boy, has it been across our area. And it's not done yet. We're still tracking strong storms across parts of Southeast Georgia at this hour. Those yellow boxes just outside of our area, those are severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll get to more on those coming up. Primarily thunderstorms south of I-16 right now through parts of Tattnall County and back going into Wayne County. We'll put a storm track on this right now because these cells that are lifting northeast are about to enter McIntosh and Wayne County, and they have shown some signs of strengthening. They'll be around Brunswick at 5:05, Dock Junction at 5:13, Darien 5:37, and Townsend at 5:56. Any one of these cells, if they do strengthen a little bit more, could produce some small hail. And also the main threat would be some gusty winds. We have a severe thunderstorm warning, a couple of them now, one just southwest of Vidalia. That's a new one that goes until 5:30. The one here just to the west of Swainsboro that has shown signs of some weak rotation also, and these are primarily moving to the northeast. So Montgomery and Toombs County, will keep a close eye on this for you. Our impact weather now through this evening, a few showers and thunderstorms, downpours, gusty winds are possible. Severe weather threat is low, it's not zero, so we could still see some of those stronger storms move through. Keep an umbrella on standby if you'll be outside. We'll track more storms on Storm Tracker Radar Network coming up and talk about a drying trend in the 7-day forecast. Back to you.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. And download the WJCL 22 News app to view the interactive radar and hour-by-hour forecast anytime. The app is free in the Google Play and Apple App Stores.
And breaking now at this very hour, 9 people are dead, at least 16 injured in a van attack on a street in Toronto, Canada. Canadian police have arrested a driver after they say he plowed right into a group of people on the sidewalk.
Now, the extent of the injuries are not yet known. Police say the van jumped the curb, hitting pedestrians before speeding away. The driver was found sometime later.
Every single person on the sidewalk, anybody in his way he would hit. The bus stop, everything got shattered. There was a lady in there that I saw. I just stopped and I looked and I went after it again. All I see is just crumbling up one by one, one by one.
Now, this all happened as cabinet ministers from the G7 countries were gathered in Toronto to discuss a range of international issues. No cabinet members were hurt.
And the manhunt for the suspect in that deadly Tennessee Waffle House shooting is now over. Local police say 29-year-old Travis Reinking has been arrested.
Well, tonight we are getting a new look at the panic after that shooting. Today, 911 dispatch calls were released. Take a listen.
Looks like there's a female at the location saying there's a male white who has no clothing on that's shooting at the location. We're getting multiple calls on this.
A 27-year-old female has been shot. Any units responding, switch to P112.
4 people were killed in that shooting. Officials say Reinking's dad could also face charges for giving him the guns that were taken from him after an incident last year at the White House. Our Sally Kidd is in Washington with details on that.
Cassidy and Shannon, the suspect's guns were seized after an incident here in Washington last year, but then he got them back. That's raising questions. Police say the suspected gunman in the Waffle House shooting used this AR-15, a weapon of choice for most mass shootings.
We do fully believe that he had so much firepower with him, not just in the weapon that was recovered, but also the clips in his jacket, that he could have continued real devastation.
Travis Reinking, authorities say, had a history of suspected mental health issues. Illinois State Police revoked his firearms license and seized 4 guns from him last summer after he entered a restricted area near the White House unarmed. Illinois police say the guns were returned to Reinking's father, who promised to keep them away from his son.
The officers did not believe they had any legal authority to withhold the weapons.
The sheriff says Reinking's father gave the guns back to his son.
The balance certainly would indicate, for public interest, that there should have probably been a more rigorous system in place than simply having the father promise that he would not give the guns back to the son.
Basically, the way you protect yourself is to make sure that when a bad guy with a gun comes onto a scene, there's also a good guy with a gun in order to stop further tragedy.
The ATF says the suspect's father could face charges. Federal law prohibits giving weapons knowingly to a person who cannot legally possess them. In Washington, Sally Kidd, WJCL 22 News.
Well, police reports in August show Reinking complained to police that people were tapping into his computer and his phone. And in 2016, Reinking told police that music superstar Taylor Swift was stalking him and hacking his phone, and that his family was involved. He later agreed to go to a local hospital for an evaluation.
A mother and her 5 children are without a home tonight after an apartment fire in Savannah. It happened at Caton Homes this afternoon on West Gwinnett Street. That's on Savannah's west side. And that's where we find our Sierra Lucas live with more details. Sierra.
Well, Shannon, Savannah Fire responded here just around 1 p.m. where they found this apartment behind me, the roof of it engulfed in flames. You can see some of the damage behind me. There is a large tarp across that attic where there's a gaping hole left in that roof for that family. Now, as you said, a mother and her 5 children were displaced, but the good news is that there were no injuries from this fire. In fact, no one was home at the time of that fire when it occurred. Family members tell me they were all at work or at school when it all started. They spent this afternoon gathering what's left behind and saving what they could before leaving their home. I spoke with Savannah Fire Battalion Chief, who tells me the damage was extensive, but it was able to be contained very quickly.
Damage was sustained mainly to the attic. It was in mainly one apartment with some water damage below, but it only affected basically the 2 apartments right there on the right adjacent to each other.
That family is receiving help from the Housing Authority and the Red Cross to find a place to sleep tonight. And the battalion chief also tells me that right now the cause of that fire is still under investigation. For now, reporting in Savannah, Sierra Lucas, WJCL 22 News.
Well, new tonight, a Georgia man will spend the rest of his life behind bars after killing an Army officer more than 14 years ago.
That sentencing came down this afternoon in a Savannah courtroom. And WJCL's Dale Julin joins us now with more on this. Dale.
A jury found Deon Jones guilty of killing Army Captain Scott Corwin during an armed robbery in downtown Savannah. A jury convicted Jones of felony murder and influencing a witness. In June of 2004, prosecutors say Corwin was walking home with his girlfriend in downtown Savannah when Jones tried to rob him. Corwin fought back, and that's when investigators say Jones shot Corwin. Officials say the case went unsolved for years. Prosecutors say Jones started bragging about the killing while he was in prison, in federal prison. Several of his fellow inmates then testified against him. At the time, Corwin was stationed at Fort Stewart, scheduled for deployment in Iraq. In the studio, Dale Julin, WJCL 22 News.
Right now, Savannah police are looking for a man they say tried to rape an underage girl this weekend. They say around 10:30 Saturday, a black man tried to grab the girl on Pendleton Street. Police say the victim was able to get away. There's no detailed description of the suspect. If you saw anything or know anything that can help police, please contact Savannah Police. And Savannah police also looking for the person they say ran over someone and then drove off. The victim is now recovering. Investigators say it happened around 1 o'clock this morning near the intersection of Abercorn Street and White Bluff Road. If you know anything in that case or saw anything that can help investigators, contact Savannah police.
There are 2 people missing in our area, and local authorities are asking for your help in bringing them home. In Statesboro, police say Stephen Green is missing. No word on how long he's been missing, and Beaufort officials are searching for 32-year-old Kelly Mathis. They say she was last seen on Saturday night near Hayward Street. If you see either of these missing people, please call 911.
Well, get help the moment you need it. Details of a new trauma center in our area giving you medical help closer to home.
And Congressman Buddy Carter continues his fight against opioid abuse and prescription drug addiction. I'll have more coming up in a few minutes.
And we continue to track showers and some strong storms in our area. I'll show you when dry weather returns in your hour-by-hour forecast.